Welcome back to Come Back to Nature. On this episode, we're going to be talking about oaks. And we've got a number of oaks at Lake Catherine, and oaks are so wonderful and exciting. They've been around for 56 million years. There's 435 species over 5 continents, and there's 90 species in North America. They're regarded as a keystone species, and especially the bur oak in this area, because it can support up to 500 different other types of species on that species in itself. So if you see the oak, it's a wonderful tree. We're great to have it around, and it's good to plant in this area.
All right, thanks Gareth. My name is Sophie, and we are going to just look a little bit closer at a couple types of bur oak trees. There are 2 different types of bur oaks. There's the white oak family of oaks, and then there are the red oak family of oaks. And so I have some bur oak leaves in my hand. Right to this angle, we have a bur oak tree. They have these beautiful, very large lobed leaves, and they have these really fuzzy giant acorns. And this is an example of the bur oak. We also have a white oak tree, which is a little smaller. They still have these nice lobes on them, and they're kind of rounded. To my other side, I have a red oak tree, which has slightly different leaves. They are pointy, and that is indicative of a red oak tree. So we have kind of 2 different types of species. Another variety would be a pin oak, which has pointy, much smaller leaves. And you can find these all over Lake Catherine and probably in your neighborhoods.
Thanks, Sophie. This wonderful tree that we were just talking about is the bur oak. And the bur oak is so important to this area, and it's partly because it's fire resistant. This whole landscape in this area in Illinois and around Chicago is kind of dominated by fires that used to come through. And because this has thick, corky bark, it's able to resist those fires. Now there's other species of tree that are a little less resistant. White oak is somewhat resistant. Black oak is found on the dunes areas and is somewhat resistant, but this is like the king of the one that is most resistant to fires, and it can tolerate them. You find them on the edge of prairies, going into savannas. So if you ever want to talk about the ecology of the Chicago region, this is paramount to there. And as I said earlier, it can support up to 500 species on itself. So whenever you're out and about, look for the bur oak, look for that thick bark, which makes it kind of corky and makes it fire resistant, and have a look for some of those other really cool oaks, especially at this time of year in fall as it's so lovely.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Come Back to Nature.
And when you're next back in nature, hug a tree!